kumapeta ku Bizinowati ndi kumene mwambo umenewu ukuchitikira, ndi kumene zochitika zonse zimeneko zikuchitikira kuti state president akauzidwe zambiri zokhudza ntchito imeneyi, ntchito ya mtengo wapatali kwambiri, ntchito imeneyi kuyembekezeka kutenga ndalama pafupifupi kugwiritsa ntchito ndalama zopyolera 19 billion kwacha. Ndiye a president mmene afika kumeneko auzidwe zambiri zokhudza ntchito imeneyi ndi a roads authority amene ndithu ndi amene ali patsogolo pa ntchito imeneyi. Iwo ndi amene amayang'ana kwambiri nkhani za misewu kwathu kuno ku Malawi, amene malamulo amalola kuti aziyendetsa ntchito zokonza misewu. Ndiye chachikulu chimene chikuchitika kumeneko nchakuti a state president akukauzidwa kwambiri za ntchito imeneyi, komanso kutsegulira mwambo momwe muja zimakhalira kuti kutsegulira ntchito ngati zimenezi zikamachitika. Ndiye a state president akagwira ntchito imeneyi kumeneka akuyembekezeka kubwera kuno ku BICC, mchipinda cha Mbidzi kuno ku BICC, komwe kulinso anthu amene akhala kale pakadali pano, ifenso kuno tili konkuno, komwe kudzakhale zolankhulalankhula. Iwo a state president akuyembekezeka ndithu kuti zalankhula ndi anthu amene ali kuno, komanso anduna makamaka achiwiri kwa nduna yoona za mtengatenga ndithu nawonso akuyembekezeka kudzalankhula mchipinda chino mwa ena amene ndithu ati alankhuleko mauno ku mwambo umenewo, mwambo ochititsa chidwi, mwambo waufupi kwambiri. Timaona ndithu malingana ndi programu imene ili m'manjamu kuchokera ku public events, palibe zambiri zomwe zikhale zichitike. A president akachoka kumeneko akungotsegulira ndithu makamaka msewu umenewu, koma akabwera kuno kudzakhale ndithu zolankhula, akulankhula mwina ndi awiri atatu okha, koma ni ntchito yofunikira kwambiri. Timafotokoza mchingerezi kuti tikhale tikuyang'ana za ubwino wa ntchito imeneyi, kuti kodi isinthe bwanji miyoyo ya Malawi. Mwina pakadali pano timve amene akuyankhula ndi a state president mauno.
Your Excellency, and Your Excellency, in the first one is traffic volume. Before I take you through the road of the Kenyatta, allow me just to highlight the objectives is that 14,000. Your Excellency, the first one is traffic volume. The daily projection of the Kenyatta using a GDP growth rate of 4% is that we are estimating 15 years to come. The traffic count per day doing projection 60 using a GDP growth rate of 4% for 20 years. We are estimating us 80,000 15 years to come. The traffic count per day shows 60. We might have within the next project 5 years for 20 years. It was giving us 80,000 vehicles. This capacity expanded. Your Excellency, the second objective, Your Excellency, within the next 5, 6, 10 years, the current runs high need that this capacity Vision 2060. The second objective, Your Excellency, is that in line with the high on that current document, currently launched world-class, modern vision and well-maintained public launch for us. In line with that, we are high on that along the document is the world class. It has had very little maintenance and well-maintained public now, Your Excellency. In line with that, the Kenyatta law was built along requiring agent expansion. It has had very little maintenance. Now let's go to the drawing, Your Excellency. Where you are standing is here. Requiring agent expansion, agent rehabilitation. The road passes from Parliament roundabout agent expansion, agent rehabilitation. Now let's go to the drawings themselves, Your Excellency. Where you are standing is here. The Parliament building is there. The road passes from Parliament roundabout here, all through. This is Institute Road to Lilongwe Hospital, Central Hospital roundabout, through up to Constantine in Old Town, and the Shah Street is this portion, a small portion. Your Excellency, you'll notice that we have highlighted some of the roads. Using the two objectives I highlighted earlier on, your government will expand the capacity of several other roads in Lilongwe. My colleague, for sure, will highlight which other roads. But allow me also to talk about the Nzimba Street. The Nzimba Street starts from Crossroads, or the old Inchinji roundabout, goes to the Amina roundabout, passed through the current the KCN roundabout, and this is to the hospital. This will be Lot 1, Your Excellency. And there will be another road to take it to M1, which I think my colleagues, as I've said, will highlight regarding the expansion of the M1. Perhaps, Your Excellency, we proceed to we jump to this one. I prefer coming back there. We stop here. In terms of pavement design, these are the layers. The bottom layer, Your Excellency, will be laterite gravel compacted, heavily compacted to take any axle load. On top of that, there will be a 200 millimeter, this one will be 150 millimeter. On top of that, it will be 200 millimeter thick crushed stone base throughout. Ordinarily, Your Excellency, crushed stone would take all the roading. But we've done an improvement. This is using the current technology, currently available in SADC, being done in South Africa and others. We will stabilize the crushed stone base with bituminastic compounds. That will achieve us two things. The first one is the serviceability level, time to take to service the road. And also the structural strength of the road will improve. This will be done in Malawi for the first time. And again, for the first time, what we call wearing course, the layer on top, will be 50 millimeter. 50 millimeter, it will be functioning two ways. The first one is a black top wearing course. The second one, it also helps to distribute the loading. This is how it will be done. In terms of horizontal and vertical alignment, Your Excellency, because we want to achieve very high speeds of 80 plus, because it's a wider load, we have maintained the same gradient as the existing one, because there are already existing structures within the road, so we can't change much. We are also avoiding unnecessary cuts and fills. So, but in terms of the geometry, you can see, Your Excellency, it's very wide. 12 meters for the pavement 1, 12 meters for pavement 2. The median, what we call, we have left an island of 5 meters. Okay, I'll explain later why the island of 5 meters. Each side will have a 3.4. Regionally, that's acceptable lane per SADC specification. It has been designed, perhaps I forgot to say, the road has been designed to SADC specification. This is the practice we are doing all in the SADC region. So 3.4, first lane, second lane, 3.4, third lane, 3.4. This is one side, this is another side. Then what we are saying, the modern challenge for designers of roads is to separate motorized from non-motorized traffic. This has taken care of non-motorized traffic, Your Excellency. There is a 2 meter on each side. You also see a 2 meter on each side. This is for pedestrian, ox cart, and the other things, non-motorized traffic. Then we have provided 1.5. This one is for cyclists, to separate them also from the real non-motorized ones. So cycles, they have been also provided their own access. Coming here, this and that will be explained in the same manner, Your Excellency. This is the bridge, overhead bridge, we are constructing at the current KCN roundabout. What has been done is that vehicles coming from Nchinji roundabout, going down to Central Hospital, they will be passing on top. Okay? Vehicles coming on from Kenyatta, this Parliament section, going to the Old Town, they will be passing under. So that's what it is showing. Perhaps we go back, Your Excellency, and try to explain the phenomenon here. This one is what we call partial clover reef. It's almost this one, but we have removed the 2 sides. The only difference is that the other one, we had to dig. This one will be suspended. It will be in the air. The concrete will be suspended. So we have provided as the case on this one, climbing and descending rails. But for this one to function properly, we also put street lights on it. Your Excellency, this is one of the modern roads ever made. Your government is doing ever made in Malawi for a number of reasons. It will have 3 lanes as we go towards there. There will be more than the 6 lanes if you go to Biznowati and you go at any junction. So we also make sure it is lit up, that these markings, they will also be supported by what we call cat eyes. And apart from that, at night, they will be shining, illuminating. Apart from that, we also put street lights all across to light up the city a bit more. So I think allow me at this time to stop there, Your Excellency, sir.
Ndimene ndithu zikuchitikira state president kukwera ndithu chitrakita chomwe chikhale choyambirira kugwira ntchito imeneyi ndithu kukumba msewu umenewu, msewu omwe usinthe nkhope ya Lilongwe, msewu omwe ntchito yake iyambe mawa lomweri. President anyamuka ndithu komwe anali ndipo akubwera mchipinda chino komwe akhale ndithu akudzalankhula kwa anthu amene asonkhana mchipinda chino kuno ku BICC. Tachita mwayi kwambiri pano pakanema wanu wa MBC kuti tsopano ndili ndi anduna zofalitsa nkhani olemekezeka Gospel Kazako amene tili nawo pano. Ndathokoza kwambiri anduna kuti mwapeza mpata tsiku lofunika kwambiri, tsiku la lero kukhazikitsa msewu umene chiyambireni mbiri ya dziko lino sizinaonekepo. Ntchito imeneyi kukhazikitsidwa lero ndipo iyambe kugwiridwa mawa lomweri zikutanthauzanji maka ku boma lanu?
Choyambirira tinene kuti anthu akhala akunena zinthu zosiyanasiyana. Iyayi zinthu simukupanga, simukuchita zinthuzi. Ife ndi boma limene ndi boma lenelene, komanso timakhulupirira kupanga zinthu motsindika. Lino si boma lochita bulema CD tunkumanena kuti iyo ndi bandi. Ayi. Ife timapanga zenizeni zoyenera kupangika ndipo nthawi yake ikakwana timapanga zimene zozo kuti nthawi yakwana. Mukudziwa inu kuti President Lazarus Chakwera wakhala ali mu office kupanga mapulani osiyanasiyana. Choyambirira chimene anapanga pa mapulani ake. Mapulani ake oyambirira analona tithane ndi njala. fa panalibe chifukwa chonena kuti tithamangire zinthu zina ndi zina pamene anthu ali ndi njala. Misewu imene tikumanga pakali panopa mukuyenera kuti anthu adziyendamo koma anthu atadya. Sukulu zimene timange zonena kuti anthu adzipita koma atadya. Ma teachers training colleges amene tili nawo ndiona kuti tipange koma anthu atadya. Nanga mombera. So pakali panopa pali zinthu zambiri zimene sitinayambe kupereka kwa anthu. Zikangoyambika zimenezo koma ndinenenso pano kuti ma promises ambirimbiri achitika kale. Mwachitsanzo inu mukuziwa kuti nyumba ziya za security zinayamba kale. Zilipo ndiponso umboni wake ulipo. Inu mukuziwa muno kuti pali malamulo akugwira ntchito yake. Mukuziwa inu kuti muno anthu anasiya kumalandira 16,000 18,000 kwacha boma likuletsa. Anthu akuyenera kumalandira 50,000 kumapita uko. Komanso kufika pa 100,000 anthu asalipire msonkho. Inu mukuziwa zimenezo. Ndiye pali zambirimbiri monena kuti msewu umenewu ndi chimodzi mwa zinthu zambiri atopa naye anthu Chakwera kuchita launch zimenezi. Komanso anthu ena amayembekeza kuti ife tiziti tukayika mwalapo Chakwera sayendetsa choncho zinthu zake. Akanena kuti ndipanga chinthu chimayenera kuti mmene akunenamo chiyambe chinthucho ndipo chizichitika. Ndi chifukwa chake mukuona lero matractor mwaona kale, malole mwaona kale, mashini zikuluzikulu zonena kuti timange msewu woyamba mdziko lino la Malawi wonena kuti uzidutsa magalimoto 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 sizinachitikepo panopo khala ndi 6 lane zimene zizibwera ndipo zikuchitika ndipo zikuyamba lero. Komanso ndimandinene pano kuti anthu akhale odekha. Ife siboma lonena kuti tikafuna kupanga zinthu timangopanga mongofalawaza kungotseka makatani. Ayi. Ife ndi boma limene timakhulupirira kuti tipange zinthu ndipo tizipange bwino. Mbuyo muchimene chimachitika nchoti boma limati limalowa ngati anthu ampira kungofuna kushayina kapena ngati boxing kungofuna kushayina. Ife sitili pano umafuna kushayina. Ife tili pano kuti tipange zinthu motsindika. Tinakantha kupanga zimene zizi 6 months yoyambirira. Achakwera anakapanga zimenezi 3 months yoyambirira. Koma kawiri zinthu zopanda foundation, kawiri zinthu zoti sizinapangidwe plan bwino. Zimene zimadzativuta kuti apa tinaenda koma tabwerera bwanji. Apa tinaenda apa tabwerera bwanji. So pakali pano pa Malawi kina kuli konse kaya muli kumpoto ka pakati paka kumwera ka muli kuti pena pali ponse Malawi muno. Chitukuko chafika tsopano ku Malawi kuno. Chakwera wafika tsopano Malawi muno. Tikuyamba muno ndipo zinthu zikuchitika. Komanso pali zambiri njanje. Ino kale anthu ankaenda pa njanje. Zaka 26 zonsezi anthu anapwasula njanje. Tikukonzanso anthu aziyenda pa njanje pomapita kumudzi kwawo. Tikukonzanso anthu azinyamula chinangwa chawo, koko wawo, nyemba zawo, nandolo wawo, chimanga chawo kumapita nacho mtawuni kapena kuna kulikonse kumene afuna kuti akagulitse. Aziyenda zimene ziya pa njanje. Zimene ziyazo anthu anapangira dala chifukwa panali anthu a business amene amanyamula katundu amene amakhala wodula kwambiri. Kuonena kuti anthu akamanena kuti katundu akudula. Ino chimene chimadulitsa katundu ndi kulephereka kuonena kuti anthu azinyamula katundu pa mtengo wabwino. Muonena kuti mumvanso ena akamba kunena zina zake zokhuza njanje. Fa kudziwa kuti nthawi tsopano yonena kuti apange makobiri unfair Amalawi ndi kumavutika magula katundu okwera. Katundu wina akukwera pakali pano amene tikunenayo. Ndi chifukwa cha kanyamuliro kake. Panopa tikukonza njanje kuchokera ku Nsanja komanso pali mabridge osiyanasiyana amene tikumanga mwachitsanzo uku ku East Bank pali msewu umene upita kumene kucha mpaka tikawoloka pacho kafika mpana kubangula. Sindikunena adusa misewu ing'ono ya m'matawuni ya Makalanga umu ya Makhetha ya Mukawale umu ya Muchirindo umu ya Makatani uku ya kuti zimenezo ine sitikunena ndipo sitinanene koma zimenezo nzoti pa makatha 30 days 60 days 90 days from now tikhala kalikiliki tikupanga zimenezo. Choncho nkofunika kuti anthu adzindikire kuti boma linolo ndibwerezanso si boma limene limangopanga zinthu kuti ati abola tikupanga zinthu. Timafuna tikhale titsindike osangotseka makatani kungoti abasi kungofalawaza pamwamba. Maboma amene amabwera amapanga zinthu zoshayina timapezeka kuti pakamatha nthawi yochepa tili ndi njala, tili ndi usiwa, tilibe misewu ikukumbika, misewu yongo imanga ikukumbika nakasi zinthu zoti amangopanga kuti anthu aombere m'manja. Ife tikupanga zinthu bwinobwino komanso anthu ayang'ane kutsogolo ndi chiyembekezo andi president wabwino andi boma labwino mapulani athu alipo. Si zinthu zothamanga sitikumanga do nyumba zophoma atuya, sitikumanga do nyumba zozira atuya, sitikumanga do nyumba za udzu atuya, sitikumanga do misewu yongotsira ndi dongo atuya. Tikupanga zinthu zolimba. Sitikumanga Mombera University anzathu akumpoto konzekane komanso pali misewu ingapo kumpoto konso atchula ina a president imene tikhale tikumanga. Ife pali malo ena koma ndikoti anthu amakhala ku Malawi kwa nthawi yayitali anthu akhala kungoyang'ana zimene zikuchitika. ife tofuna kuti tipititse misewu monsemo koma anthu asatipangise phuma anthu asanene hoye afuna kuti tiyambe kupanga ngati mmene amapangira zinthu zawo zadongo iya tisapange choncho ife ngati boma tofuna kupita kutsogolo komanso bwino wake pala Malawi ambiri mamiliyoni ambiri a Malawi amene akukhulupirira mu utsogolero wa dziko lino ndingonenaponso pano poti nthawi ndi yochepa inu mukudziwa kuti pamene tikuyamba chitukuko chimene tapangira chonchi monga ndanena kuti chitukuko china chayamba kale koma inu mukudziwa kuti mbewu munomo anthu amangochita kulanda kukangolanda nyemba zija anthu amangopita wakalanda nandolo anthu amangopita wakalanda inu mukudziwa kuti mtengo wa nandolo wakwera nyemba zakwera alimi akumwetulira anthu amene akudandaula ndi amene ambiri amapeza ndalama mwachidule koma mulimi amene amakhwetsera thukuta lake mulimi amene amagwira ntchito kumanyowa mvula ikumvumba mulimi amene amakhala pamunda kumadya fumbi mulimi amene amakhala amene paja dzuwa lonse kunthera mthupi sakudandaula nawo zimenezi anthu anafuna kulowererapo kuti ambe kudandaulitsa mulimi pomanena kuti akuti fertilizer akhala odula a president ayikitsa mwendo wawo pansi Chakwera wanenetsa kuti wani palibe amene adachotsedwe mu ndondomeko wa anthu 1 miliyoni aja chachiwiri fertilizer amene atsika mtengo wina aliyense amene anapeza nawo zipangizo zotsika mtengo chaka chatha apezanso nawo chaka chino list imene imanena kuti awo tiachoke kuti anthu amene tinakachotsa president wanzeru anaganiza kuti tikachotsa anthuwa tiyawuza kuti chani nde pali zambiri
Malawi National Anthem, marking the beginning of the function this morning from the BICC.
That we all remain.
That's the Malawi National Anthem. And let me now leave you in the hands of Mr. Martin Kalima, who is the Director of Ceremonies this morning here at the BICC.
Your Excellency, before we go deep into our program this morning, it would be wise to dedicate the works that we have just symbolically launched and also dedicate this day and this moment unto the Lord. As such, allow me, Your Excellency, to invite Reverend John Masten Zonzi of the Baptist Convention Church to dedicate this moment unto the Lord. Reverend Zonzi, please.
Let us pray. Our gracious Father, we humbly come before your throne of grace this morning to say thank you. We say thank you, Lord, for the gift of life that you have given to each one of us. We say thank you, Lord, for our leaders. We also say thank you, Lord, for our President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera. He is a leader whom you have given to us for such a time like this. A leader who is uniting Malawians as one nation. A leader who loves Malawi and Malawians. We can see his love for this nation through all these developmental projects and initiatives taking place in our country. And today, we are witnessing such a historical project of a 6-lane Kenyatta Drive road groundbreaking. Lord, we pray for our president as he leads us. And as a president, transforming Malawi with a transformed Malawians, a country which is corrupt-free and being able to prosper together. We continue praying for him for good health, wisdom, and daily guidance. We pray against the spirit of negativity among some Malawians towards our president and his cabinet, a spirit that fails to appreciate when they do well. We commit the rest of this program, Lord, into your hands. Be with us, O Lord. Bless our leader, each and everyone, for we have asked all this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, forever. Amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend John Masten Zonzi. Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi. Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi. Honorable Nancy Chaola Mdoko, MP, Deputy Minister of Transport, and all Cabinet and Deputy Ministers here present. Mr. Zanga Chikosi, Secretary to the President and Cabinet, and all government officials here present. Mr. Joe Chingani, Chairperson, Board of Directors, Management and Staff of the Roads Authority here present. Mr. Kesta Kapaizi, Chairperson, Board of Directors, Management and Staff of the Roads Fund Administration here present. All the partners and members of the Tonse Alliance here present. Honorable Patrick Zebuloni Chilondola, Regional Chairman of the Malawi Congress Party for the Center, and all the regional leaders of the Tonse Alliance here present. Your Worship, Councillor Juliana Kaduya, Mayor of the City of Lilongwe, and all the councillors here present. Honorable Alfred Gia, Member of Parliament for Lilongwe City Centre constituency, and all the members of Parliament here present. Inkosi Yamakosi Mbera 5, and all the traditional leaders here present. Reverend John Masten, the officiating clergy, and all the religious leaders here present. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this joyous occasion as we witness the commencement of upgrading works of the Kenyatta Drive to incorporate modern features, among which is the expansion from 2 to 6 lanes. Your Excellency, I call this a joyous occasion because Malawians expect that once the works are complete, not only will Lilongwe City have a massive facelift, but this road will also significantly reduce the travel time between city center and Old Town. Your Excellency, it is a known fact that infrastructure development accelerates economic activities, hence the more reason your administration has prioritized the same. In the next 18 months, Your Excellency, of implementing this project, local businesses will thrive, and by extension, many jobs will be created. Without taking much of the time, Your Excellency, allow me to request the board chairperson for Roads Authority, Mr. Joe Chingani, to make a statement, after which we will have a cultural troupe performance. Mr. Joe Chingani, please.
Your Excellency, the State President, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, Your Excellency, Madame Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Nancy Chaola Mdoko, MP, Deputy Minister of Transport and Public Works, all Cabinet Ministers and Deputy Ministers here present, Mr. Zanga Zanga Chikosi, Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Your Worship, Councillor Julian Kaduya, the Mayor of the City of Lilongwe, Honorable Patrick Zebron Chilondora, Regional Chair, Malawi Congress Party Center, Mr. Patrick Zimpita, Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Transport and Public Works, Engineer Emmanuel Matapa, Chief Executive Officer of Roads Authority, Mr. Stewart Malata, Chief Executive Officer of Roads Fund Administration, Engineer David Mzandu, representing the supervising team, David Consulting Engineers, Mr. Jing Rui, representing the contractor, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, Honorable Alfred Jia, Member of Parliament for City of Lilongwe City Central, and all parliamentarians here present, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me thank you, Your Excellency, for according me this opportunity to stand here and make a small statement on this auspicious occasion on the groundbreaking of this road project, the Kenyatta Street, which is being wholly financed by the Malawi government. Today marks the commencement of just but one of the several flagship projects which your leadership has delegated our board to implement and oversee. Your coming in person to do the groundbreaking is a motivating demonstration of the seriousness which your administration has put on transport infrastructure. Your Excellency, this is a very historic occasion for the people of Lilongwe City and Malawi as a whole, as Your Excellency have just officially launched the capacity improvement of the Kenyatta Road from Parliament Roundabout through Kamuzu Central Hospital to junction with M1 opposite National Bank of Malawi Lilongwe Service Center. This road will be constructed to very high international standards given the traffic forecast that is expected to use the road for the next 20 years. The road will be constructed to the following design specifications. 1, expansion of the existing single carriageway to a multi-carriageway road with 3 lanes in each direction. The total number of lanes will therefore be 6. 2, construction of a dedicated cycle lane for non-motorized road users on both sides of the road to improve road safety. 3, construction of dedicated pedestrian walkways on both sides of the road. 4, construction of a new bridge next to the existing Lingers Bridge to accommodate all the 6 lanes. 5, construction of a partial clover interchange at Kamuzu Central Hospital roundabout, where the Kenyatta Road crosses Mzimba Street, and 6, installation of street lights. Your Excellency, the whole road is 3.9 kilometers long, and it will take 18 months to be constructed. The contractor for this project is China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation from China, and the works will be supervised by a Malawian-owned firm, David Consulting Engineers Limited. And the project is expected to cost us 19 billion Malawi kwacha. Your Excellency, the financing of this project is through a bond which the Roads Fund Administration will be issuing, jointly arranged by a consortium of Standard Bank and Old Mutual Investment Group. Thus, funding for this project is well assured. Recently, in order to ease the congestion which we are currently experiencing when traveling between Old Town and City Center, the Ministry of Transport and Public Works through the Roads Authority will also expand to multi-carriageway, again 6 lanes, part of the Mzimba Street from Crossroads Roundabout through Amina Roundabout, crossing the Kenyatta Road at the current Kamuzu Central Hospital Roundabout, and it will end at the Central Medical Stores. This also has a distance of 3.9 kilometers. Currently, the procurement process for this Mzimba Street is at a very advanced stage, and we expect the works to commence within the month of October 2021. Funding for this project, the Mzimba Street, will be from the same bond that the Roads Fund Administration will be issuing. Your Excellency, your board, our board, the Roads Authority board, is ready and geared to carry out our oversight role within the confines of the prescribed laws and regulations. To achieve this, the board has a vision, a strategy, and a roadmap. The board stands geared to work, focusing, among many, on 4 key pillars. 1, reducing cost overruns. 2, reducing time overruns. 3, promoting local participation by providing an environment that will allow full and fair participation in road construction opportunities by more indigenous Malawians, as long as they will give satisfactory service. And 4, pillar number 4 is providing quality road infrastructure, that is quality roads and quality bridges which Malawians will be proud of and satisfied with. And Your Excellency, the key ingredients for these 4 pillars are ethical behavior, professional integrity, and rule of law. Within my given few minutes, I want to run through these pillars, Your Excellency. as I have indicated, our board is ready to deliver and give Malawians good roads and bridges. But in the course of doing our job, we meet challenges. COVID-19 pandemic and inclement weather are some of the challenges which are beyond our control. But there are other challenges, Your Excellency, which are solvable, but outside the board's mandate. Here is where things begin to get unpleasant. Your Excellency, the Roads Authority has potential, has capacity and ability to make tremendous progress in road infrastructure projects. But the board, at least our board, has been caught in a crossfire of unwarranted wars. In this regard, Your Excellency, let me for a while break tradition. I will do this by opening up, telling the truth as it is, and undiluted truth. By doing so, Your Excellency, I will offend some quarters and make enemies in the process. By being blunt, I will appear to be nasty. But sometimes it is good to be nasty if what we will achieve are nice results. Allow me to take the two pillars of reducing cost overruns and time overruns at once. Our success story is oftentimes suffocated, slowed down, and derailed by events that are outside our mandate, as I have said. In the interest of time, I will mention just two. Delayed payments to contractors has been one huge headache, sabotaging timely implementation and completion of road contracts. As I stand here and as we sit here today, we have contractors carrying out massive works who have been waiting for payment for 3 months or so. Your Excellency, we are told that money is available at Treasury, but there is an animal at Capitol Hill that has started on the path of payment. The name of that animal is called Euphemis. We are told it is a new Euphemis. Hence, it is taking time to roll out. Your Excellency, it is not the intention of our body to demonize the new Euphemis. No. The puzzle to us, at least to our board, is that here is a technology which is supposed to make operations simpler. A technology which we are told is not cheap, meaning government is paying heavily to the Euphemis provider. A system which people are employed, manning it, and getting salaries every month for managing it, but cannot pay road contractors. As I said, I made a disclaimer that I will step on some toes. This is throwing the name of the Roads Authority, the profile of Road Fund Administration, and sadly, Your Excellency, it is throwing your very name in bad light. Because people out there are talking, but they don't have the facts. Because what I've just narrated here is not in the public domain. What we hear out there, Chakwera Sanchito, because these facts are not in the public domain. And this is happening courtesy of a creature named New Euphemis. People there talk bad things about delayed, suspended, or abandoned projects. The board, our board, your board, sir, feels sad, feels angered, feels frustrated and demotivated with such kind of a scenario, as if this is not enough. Progress by Roads Authority is also being hampered by yet another predator called vetting. This too is beyond our mandate. It is the domain of other MDAs. Vetting by itself, Your Excellency, is not bad because it forms an equation of governance. But when vetting takes forever and keeps Roads Authority waiting month in, month out, it frustrates progress. Sadly, the public who do not know the reality on the ground are quick to blame the Chakwera Chirima administration as being slow. This is wrong. Untrue and unpatriotic to you and the Vice. It is the vetting MDAs who are at fault. Your Excellency, anthu akamakunyozani, ife ku board timayipidwa. Kachirombo kotchedwa vetting kakunyozetsa utsogoleri. Your Excellency, when on the 13th of July 2021 in Utali Baraka, you lamented in your speech about lengthy vetting systems in government processes, Roads Authority shares your concerns. It has to be mentioned that road construction is season related and season dependent. If we lose certain dry months due to unnecessary or lengthy processes, we lose chunks of mileage and progress. Currently, we have several contract awards which have stalled because somebody is sitting on documents from RA, Roads Authority. Kunyozetsa boma. Kunyozetsa president. We believe the MDAs can do better in this respect. A delay by 1 day can be understood. A delay for a week, maybe we can stomach. But a delay of a month or more is not a delay anymore. It is sabotage. Your Excellency, let me finish by tackling the other two pillars very, very briefly. Regarding local participation, the good news, Your Excellency, is that we have in Malawi laws enabling legislation which promotes local participation. It prescribes the percentage of subcontracting by foreign firms. The board intends to walk the talk in this respect. That is to ensure that we support, promote, and give opportunities to local players who will in the process build their capacity. We believe Malawi can gain a lot if we promote and grow our own indigenous conglomerates. Lastly, let me talk about quality. Your board is happy to pledge that we will give Malawians good roads. The Roads Authority Board commits to ensure Malawi roads, which are excellently designed, properly constructed, and adequately supervised. Our board will not smile at substandard work. Our board will not accept shoddy work. The Roads Authority Board will not pay for substandard work. No pay to the contractor doing the shoddy job, and no pay to the consultant supervising and approving the below standard job. Your Excellency, the reason is simple. Malawi is not a dumping site for second-class road infrastructure. The reasons are simple. What is substandard in Europe is also substandard in Malawi. A bad road elsewhere is also a bad road here. with these few words, Your Excellency, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. George Ngani. Few words indeed. Bwana, ndimati ndigwirizane nawo aching'ani ananena kuti tuchita lerozi mkungu yamba chabe kwa ntchito zachitukuko zimene utsogoleri wanu wayala kuti Amalawi aone. Ndinaona pa tsamba la mchezo masiku apitawa anthu akuyamikira bwana. Moti ena mkuyamikira komweko atulutsa kachichewa akuti koma Chakwera watipanikiza nadzo zitukuko. Bwana zili bwino. Ndiloleni pa nthawi ino tiyitane a cultural troupe kuti atipatse timadansi pang'ono tisangalale ndi ntchito zachitukuko zimene zikuyambika kuyambira mawa lino. Cultural troupe, please. banji tibwerezenso m'manja mwa cultural troupe. Your Excellency, allow me, without taking much of your time at this point, to request Honorable Nancy Chaola Mdoko, Deputy Minister of Transport, to give us a statement, after which she will request you, Your Excellency, to address us this morning. Honorable Mdoko, please.
Your Excellency, the State President of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Richard Chimwendo Banda, Leader of the House in Parliament, Honorable Kezin Sokwa, Government Chief Whip, all Cabinet Ministers and Deputy Ministers here present, Mr. Zangazanga Chikosi, Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Your Worship, Councillor Juliana Kaduya, the Mayor of Lilongwe City, Mr. John Chome, CEO of Lilongwe City Council, Mr. Joe Chingani, Chairman for the Roads Authority, and your fellow board members here present, Honorable Patrick Chilondola, Regional Chair, MCP, Mr. Patrick Zimpita, Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Transport and Public Works, Engineer Emmanuel Matapa, Chief Executive Officer of Roads Authority, Mr. Stuart Malata, Chief Executive Officer of Roads Fund Administration, Engineer David Nzando, representing the Supervision Consultant David Consulting Engineers, Mr. Jing Ru, representing the contractor China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, Honorable Alfred Gia, Member of Parliament for the Lilongwe City Center, and all members of Parliament here present, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, I am greatly honored today to have this opportunity to humbly invite Your Excellency to officially declare the start of the construction works for the much anticipated expansion of the Mati carriageway of the Kenyatta and Nzimba road project. But before I do that, allow me, Your Excellency, to briefly say a few words. Your Excellency, you have clearly outlined your vision and shown commitment to transforming Malawi through a number of infrastructure projects. We are truly grateful for this. Your Excellency, Malawi's transport sector was in the past heavily underfunded, resulting in very low investment in this critical sector. The main problem is that there was more focus on roads, in the process weakening the critical linkage among rail, marine, and aviation subsectors. Moreover, investment focus in roads was more on new roads, with little attention given to the maintenance of the existing road network. As a result, the existing road network is today in poor condition, making it difficult for road users to do their business cheaply. For instance, in the past 5 years, due to shortage of resources, a total of 287 kilometers of road had been constructed against a target of 490 kilometers as per the National Transport Master Plan. This is the whole reason it gives me pleasure, Your Excellency, that your government wants to change all this. With Your Excellency's guidance, my ministry is now encouraging public-private partnerships to invest in the transport sector, considering that public resources alone cannot be adequate to build the transport sector we want. Your Excellency, the groundbreaking ceremony you have just conducted today for this project is a clear testimony of Your Excellency's commitment to turn the fortunes of our country. The city of Lilongwe is witnessing a tremendous growth in traffic, which is congesting our roads. While there is a need to build more roads, more especially in the rural areas in the country, we are making effort to expand the existing road network to defeat congestion in urban centers. This is the reason we are gathered here today to witness the groundbreaking ceremony of the construction works for the expansion of the Kenyatta Road. Your Excellency, the Kenyatta and Nzimba streets are not the only roads my ministry has lined up for road expansion. In the next few months, we are embarking on the following projects in the city of Lilongwe. 1, the expansion of the M1 to dual carriageway from Lilongwe CCP through Lilongwe Hotel to Crossroads Roundabout to Kanengo as phase 1. The next phase will be to expand the M1 from Lilongwe CCP all the way to 6 miles, and from Kanengo Junction with and from Kanengo to junction with Kamuzu International Airport. 2, the expansion of the Kaunda Road from Bingu National Stadium to junction with Chendawaka Road at Area 25 as phase 1. The next phases will be Kaunda Road from roundabout with Nchinji Road to Bingu National Stadium, and from junction with Chendawaka Road to Kanengo. 3, expansion of the Nzimba Street to 6 lanes from Crossroads Roundabout to Central Medical Stores as phase 1. The next phase will be to extend the expansion of Zimba Street to join Lali Lubani Road and end at Lilongwe CCP. Your Excellency, these expansion projects do not mean that traffic congestion in the city of Lilongwe will end. We still have a long way to go. For example, there is need to expand the youth drive from junction with Kenyatta Road and join the Chizanja Road. These projects are priority projects in the National Transport Master Plan and also the Tonse government flagship projects. We are moving and will not stop until the objectives of the Transport Master Plan and indeed of the Agenda 2063 is achieved. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Ministry of Transport and Public Works, I would like to sincerely thank you, Your Excellency, for the support and guidance you are providing to us to develop this nation and push Malawi to a middle-income country. Your Excellency, with these few remarks, I humbly request you to address the people gathered here today. Thank you very much, and may God bless you and may God bless Mother Malawi. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Nancy Chaola Mdoko, MP, Deputy Minister of Transport, and all the Cabinet and Deputy Ministers here present, Mr. Zanga Jikosi, Secretary to the President and Cabinet, and all the government officials here present, Mr. Joe Chingani, Chairperson, Board of Directors, Management and Staff of the Roads Authority here present, Mr. Jerry, Representative of China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, Mr. Philip Madinga, Chief Executive Officer, Standard Bank, excuse me, and Mrs. Edith Gia, Group Chief Executive Officer of Old Mutual Malawi, the financiers of the project, all the partners and members of the Tonse Alliance, Honorable Patrick Zebulon Chilondola, Regional Chairman of the Malawi Congress Party for the Center, and all the regional leaders of the Tonse Alliance here present, Your Worship, Councillor Juliana Kaduya, Mayor of the City of Lilongwe, and all the councillors here present, Honorable Alfred Gia, Member of Parliament for Lilongwe City Center constituency, and all the members of Parliament here present. I can see Honorable Zulu is next to you because that project goes to his constituency as well. Reverend John Mastin, the officiating clergy, and all the religious leaders here present, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, after months of preparation, I'm happy that the work of expanding Kenyatta Road into a multi-carriageway begins today. This project marks the beginning of our administration's quest to lift the face of Lilongwe in a manner befitting a nation's capital. More broadly, this project is a fulfillment of my promise to build a new Malawi through job creation, wealth creation, and food security, which I said would require investments in infrastructure of this kind as an accelerator. The advantages of developing a strong and beautiful network of roads within and between urban centers are many. For a start, it eases the movement of goods, services, and people, thus stimulating economic activity. It opens new opportunities for employment and business in many sectors. It saves lives and money by reducing the wear and tear to vehicles that is caused by roads that are poorly constructed. The neglect that Lilongwe's roads have suffered under past administrations is tragic, as it has robbed Malawians of development. The amount of trash we have been throwing on the streets of Lilongwe is tragic, as it has robbed Malawians of dignity. The amount of money in city rates we have allowed people to get away with not paying in Lilongwe is tragic, as it has robbed Malawians of dignified services. Lilongwe deserves better. As our nation's capital, Lilongwe deserves attention. The attention that parts of Lilongwe received in the run-up to the 41st SADC Summit is attention it should be getting from all of us every week. So I want you all to join me in making a very simple resolution. Let us resolve here and now to end the neglect of our capital city. Let us resolve here and now to make this capital a clean city. Let us resolve here and now to make this capital a green city. Let us resolve here and now to make this capital a modern city. Let us resolve to use this project as a launching pad for making Lilongwe a beautiful garden city. I can think of no better way to set the bar of a grand vision for Lilongwe than the expansion of this road from 2 lanes to 6 lanes, which even makes provision for a tram to be included in the future. They didn't tell you about that middle section and why it was there. As much as it makes provision for non-motorized and even those who walk, this is going to be something we've never seen. Even parts of the construction and the engineering has not been done before in this country. This will be the beginning of something. And in fact, Honorable Deputy Minister, I expect that the expansion of this road will set the standard for environmental preservation by making provision for the protection or restoration of as many of our beautiful trees as possible. We need to stop setting and accepting low standards for ourselves, our cities, our roads, and our environment. And Honorable Joe Chingani, well, I can call you Honorable. I have given you permission for now. But let me tell you something. We cannot fight against truth, but for truth. And therefore, whatever we do, and as transparent as we seek to be, we need to be open one with another. And we need to hear not just what we want to hear, but what is needed to be heard. Because part of the mindset change that we are bringing to this country is demanding nothing but the best of ourselves and inspiring nothing but the best in each other. No one should claim to love Malawi when they are giving her less than their best. The third stanza of our national anthem clearly states the kind of patriotism we should live by and strive for. We are aware of, at least some are aware of, the first stanza that we sing. Too many of us are used just to listening to the instrumental rendition of our national anthem. But that anthem has 3 stanzas. While we pray for God to bless this country, the second stanza does strictly begin to already recognize how blessed this country is. And then the third stanza says, let us all unite to build up Malawi with our love, our zeal, and loyalty, bringing our best to her. In time of war or in time of peace, one purpose and one goal. Men and women serving selflessly in building Malawi. That's the third stanza. Maybe we need to go back and look at it again and sing that stanza again. Building a new Malawi was the promise of our campaign and manifesto, as it is a promise we are now delivering. Building a new Malawi is the task of our generation, and it is a task we are now executing. Building a new Malawi is the rallying call of our national anthem, and it is a call we are now answering. When you see the construction of any road underway, know that we are answering our anthem's call to build a new Malawi. When you see us constructing the Rumpinyika-Chitipa Road, we are answering that call. When you see us rehabilitating the Nkarabe, Dwangwan, Korakora, Salima, Balaka Market Road, we are answering that call. When you see us completing the Jenda Dingen and Ngalaweni Mzimba Road, we are answering that call. When you see us constructing the Zalega and Chismaloma Road, we are answering that call. When you see us completing the Ncheo Tangano Neno Mwanza Road, we are answering that call. When you see us constructing the Lilongwe Chingale Machinga Road, we are answering that call. When you see us constructing the Chakwera Chapananga Mwanza Road in the south, or the Mzimba Mzalangwe Kafukure Njakwa Road in the north, or the Matawale Road in the east, or the 6-lane road here in the center, we are answering that call. And we're not stopping with the road projects initiated by this administration. Even the roads started and left unfinished by the previous administration are being done. And we have already provided resources in the current budget for that purpose. That's the reason some of the roads that are include the Chakwera Estonia Road, the Mzimba Mzalangwe Road, the Jenda Dingen Road, the Ncheutsangano Neno Mwanza Road, the Nsanje Marka Road, the Monkey Bay Cape Maclear Road, the Sanama Nayuch Road, the Mkanda Kapiri Road, and I could go on, are already being continued to be constructed. And in a few months, we will also commence the rehabilitation of the M1 road from Kamuzu International Airport Junction to Mzimba turnoff and from Kacheche to Chiweta, thanks to the support of our development partners. Now, just imagine how many jobs we are creating for the youth through these projects. Just imagine how much wealth we are creating for Malawians through these projects. Well, the good news is that you need not imagine it, because it is here before your very eyes. Here's construction equipment and a contractor ready to make this dream a reality for all to see. Here's clear evidence that, quote, "Pagaraundi pakusinta," end of quote. It is now my singular honor to declare the construction works to expand the Kenyatta Road to 6 lanes officially launched. May God bless you all, and may God bless Malawi. Zikomo kwambiri, zikomo kwambiri, zikomo kwambiri khalani. Zikomo kwambiri. Taizina anthu akayimirira akamomba m'manja amakusokoneza maganizo. Zili bwino ndithu, koma mpofunika tikambepo pang'ono. Chifukwa nkhani tonena ni nkhani yofunikira kwambiri. Nkhani ya masomphenya wathu, nkhani yakuti Malawi akhale wa mtundu wanji, ndi nkhani yakuti aliyense wa ife apereke zonse zimene ali nazo, maganizo ake, mphamvu yake, nthawi, kuti dziko ili litukule tonse limodzi ndi mtima umodzi. Tikamayimba kuti Mulungu dalitsani Malawi, musunge dziko limeneli ndi mtendere. Kawiri tikumayiwala kuti nyimbo ya mtundu wathu idafotokoza kale kuti tikapemphera tuvomerezanso kuti Mulungu adatidalitsa kale, potipatsa nyanja, mapiri, zigwa zokoma, dziko lokomali. Koma verse number 3 ya nyimbo imeneja iyi mayitana tsopano tonse kuti tigwirizane, tigwire ntchito pamodzi yomanga dziko. Ndiye wina asamanene kuti dziko la Malawi ni malikonda koma kuseli akuononga. Wina asanene kuti dziko ni malikonda koma kuseli aliwotcha moto, nkhalango zonse ziwonongeke. Wina asanene kuti dziko timalikonda koma kumabweza zake mbuyo akafuna kuti zinthu zikonzeke. Nkhani yosegulira misewu mu mzinda wa Lilongwe, mmene ndi capital city ya dziko lathu. Nkhani yakuti capital city isamakhale bwino masiku asanu okha chifukwa choti kuli msonkhano wa SADC, ndiye kuti zikutanthauza kuti capital city ikhoza kumaoneka bwino nthawi zonse. Timakanikiranji? Capital city izioneka di capital city. Ndiye kuti tikachita izi mokhulupirika nkuonjeza mizinda inayi komanso nkulumikizitsa bwino ndi misewu yosiyanasiyana. Nidanena kuti misewu imene idayambidwa kale ndi amene analipo kale tipitiriza timalize. Misewu imene tikuyambayi tipitiriza koma timalizenso, chifukwa dzikoli lofunika zitukuko kumwera, pakati, kummawa, angakhalenso kumpoto. Paliponsepo dziko la Malawi natonse ndipo ndi aliyense, ndipo anthu kaya katundu ndi zintchito ziyende momasuka, tidziwe kuti Malawi akukweradi. Zimenezo zitengere aliyense wa ife kuchita zinthu mokhulupirika, kuchita zinthu mopanda katangale. Yetu speech ya translation ya word for word zijanakamba mchingerezi zonsezi nzofunika, koma nzongofuna kudandaulirana wina ndi mnzake. Chifukwa nilipo mpanopa wanikumbutsanso, osanifunsa wanikumbutsa ndani, ina ni madalira zambiri. Miyoyo yambiri tikutaya misewu ya Malawi chifukwa cha katangale. Misewu yosamangidwa bwino kapenanso yosakonza bwino, galimoto zosakhala zoyenera nerezeka kukhala pa msewu koma zimakhala pa msewu, madalaivala wongogula license wosaphunzitsika kuti pa msewu timayenera kuchita chani. Zonsezo chifukwa cha katangale. Woyendetsa njinga za moto wosafuna kumva kuti phukusi la moyo sakusungira ndi wina, akuphedwa tsiku ndi tsiku chifukwa akangokankhidwa, akangogwa pansi, alibe chipewa, alibe zilizonse, akutaya moyo wawo. Sizoona kuti Malawi ikhoza kukhala ndi record ya mtundu umeneyo kuti misewu tilibe yambiri, galimoto tilibe zambiri, koma ngozi ndiye pamwamba, koma nchifukwa chosalabadira, nchifukwa chosasamalira, nchifukwa chosafuna kukhala your brother's keeper, your sister's keeper. Tikanyozera kutsata malamulo, cholinga chake nchimenechi. Tikafuna kukhala ndi mtima wakudabi, kumafuna kutsata zimene timakonda ndi mafuna, malo motsata chilungamo. Aching'ani walankhula pano momveka bwino, ndisamvenso kuti wina aluwanyoza pa sedipa. Chifukwa zinthu ku Malawi kuno nzofuna tizilankhulana moona mtima. Mwasitiriti. Bakumveka menepo? Kulankhulana mwasitiriti. Chibwana chachiruka. Kucherana kwa chiruka. Kudelerana kwa chiruka. Pafunika tichite zinthu osati zondikomera ine koma zokomera dziko la Malawi. Tikatero tonse titukula dziko limeneli. 2016 ngotekadi, 2030 ngotekadi. Infrastructure, transport infrastructure program ija, monga ma master plan ija, nzoteka nditu. Tsiku linake nafuna unena zina, koma ndafuna upinda shati chifukwa ndidati msewu samanga chonche. No. Andaleno ndiye mmalimbikira zimenezo. Haya angokozani apa tufuna kuti zitemwa msanga chifukwa kampeni yayandikira. Sindifuna zinthu za mtundu umenewa. Tikoze dziko. Osati nkhani ya kampeni iyayi. Tiye tisamalirane wina ndi mnzake, tiyeni tiyende mchilungamo, tiyeni tilankhulane moona, tiyeni zinthu zikhale m'malo mwake, tiyeni ndalama iliyonse ya boma isamalidwe. Tikuti uyaziswa lamulo limuswa, uyusazitsala lamulo limlondola. Zuveka mezi mananganipitirireso koma ningonena kuti ndi mawu amenewa msewu uyambike, ndiye sitifunaso zowiringula za nkhaninkhani. Aliyense agwire ntchito yake, aliyense akhale pamalo ake, aliyense adzipereke. Dziko lino laling'ono tikawerengera ndi mmene saizi yake ilili, tonse titagwirizana kuchita zabwino, nkuchita mokhulupirika, tikhoza ulisintha mu nthawi yochepa. Ambuye akudalitseni, adalitsenso dziko la Malawi. Zikwa.
Your Excellency, zikoma kwambiri, zikoma kwambiri, zikoma kwambiri, zikoma kwambiri amayi, zikoma kwambiri. Your Excellency, as we draw closer to the very end of our program this morning, I would request all of us to stand for the Malawi National Anthem.
That's the Malawi National Anthem, marking the end of the function this morning. Upgrade of Kenyatta Drive Road to 6-lane, a project that will see the reduction in travel time. You might agree with me that it can be hectic at times to travel from Lilongwe Old Town to city center, and sometimes takes about an hour to travel between the two places. And after this project is concluded, the journey will be taking less than 10 minutes. Of course, the project will also help in the reduction in vehicle operating costs. Of course, enhanced road safety for all road users with the introduction of a dedicated lane for cyclists and a separate pedestrian walkway. Road safety for all road users will be enhanced and will result in the reduction of accidents between motorized and non-motorized traffic. President Chakwera taking a leave after addressing people that were here in Mbidzi. Titera kuti zonse kuno ndi mmene ndithu zachitikira. State President anyamuka tsopano atakhazikitsa ntchito imeneyi yomwe ithandize kwambiri ntchito za mtengatenga komanso mayendedwe kuno kwathu ku Lilongwe komanso kuchepetsa ngozi kumeneko. On that note, we conclude our live coverage this morning from the BICC, where His Excellency the State President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, was presiding over the groundbreaking ceremony for the 6-lane Kenyatta Drive Road. On behalf of the entire crew here, my name is Dick Shumba, handing you back to Kwacha Studios for more programs. Good morning.